how does the population growth affect the environment? Where we start from the over exploitation of resources. When the population will be more, it will start exploiting, means using the resources more and more. When there will be more people, they will require more and more resources. So over exploitation of resources has also affected our environment. Some of the major resources which provide all the facilities are soil, land, forest, water and minerals. These are the natural resources which are used by human beings. How does this affect? First part is soil. Soil has been exploited for a long time and by cropping. So when more population is there, then more and more soil will be used, field will be used for growing crops. Therefore, by continuous use and the ineffective method of cropping, everyone is not educated, so educated in the field of agriculture. So therefore, when you start using more and more land, then there is various ineffective methods are there for cropping. This leads to low microbial activity because the soil becomes less fertile and it reduces the capacity of resistance in soil. So the soil becomes weak because all the nutrients are used by the plants. So when more and more nutrients are used by the plant, therefore the soil becomes infertile. It becomes less fertile and the productivity also decreases. The loss of plant and other organisms from the soil creates problem. How does it create problem? Due to the population only. If more people are there, they will require more and more crops. So naturally the requirement of the crop will increase. So used for growing crops and the environment will be affected. Due to population, demand for the supply for food increases. Farmers will start growing more crops and therefore they will also use more chemicals, they will use more water and it to increase the fertility, to increase make the soil more fertile. This will make the soil less fertile and more acidic. So why has the quality of soil gone down these days? Because from so many years farmers are using fertilizer, the land still remains same. Every year they grow crop, they use more fertilizer. Due to add more fertilizer, the chemicals in the soil increase, they use more water, so soil has become more acidic. Therefore the soil requires more and more fertilizers and the soil becomes weak. And this is how the soil has been affected because of population. And it says, next part says that the forests are the major source of food. The forests are also being depleted due to overgrazing of animals. So when more and more, if we talk about that we have more forests but we have more animals, people will have more animals. When those animals will be left in the forest, they will graze. This leads to creating conditions in some of the forest areas where the land is no more suitable for growth of valuable trees. So when animals will graze the field, the soil will become open and the new plants will not grow. Overgrazing has made the soil hard. Why? Because when there is no, if you talk about grazing, then the plant animals will graze the small plants, they will graze the grass. So there will be no grass or vegetation left on the soil. This will overgrazing makes the soil hard because the soil becomes dry and impermeable. So water does not go inside and therefore it becomes less fertile. Afforestation is a method which is used to develop and conserve the forest. So the only solution is planting more trees, which maintains balance in nature. Then overexploitation of next resource is water. Poor sanitation pollutes the water and it carries the germs with it. Overexploitation of the groundwater makes the water table lead to many other problems. people start using more and more water, therefore more waste will be left into the water. Ultimately all the waste which is produced by the humans, it is thrown into the water, and the water becomes polluted. More and more people start using the water, so the underground water level also goes down. Use of water by tube well extracts more water from the ground, and therefore the underground water level goes down. Water is considered renewable, but it becomes non-renewable because it cannot be replaced in the soil quickly. Huge rate of extraction cause enormous groundwater depletion, and it makes decline in the water level. And the farmers, when they are growing more crops, they will also need. So not only the human beings who are living in the cities, but the farmers also use water. This leads to shortage of groundwater. Then third effect of population is the minerals. They are the non-living substances which we get from the earth. These minerals are also used by human beings. Minerals take play long time. Minerals like you can say minerals will be like nitrogen, sulfur, and then metals are there, non-metals are there which are found in the soil. They took long years. They took during the formation of the earth. So they took long time. So their resources on the earth are fixed. Mountains, lakes, shelves, through the geological process that go within the surface of the earth, they are different from the organic sources. Drainage, roof collapse, landslide are associated. This is what next thing is, that how are the minerals affected. The drainage, which is because if there is no vegetation, then all the minerals will be lost. They will flow with the rainwater. Roof collapses, the mountains during the rainy season and during many years season, the mountains, there is landslide. So all the minerals which are present in the mountains and the hilly areas, they are lost. Plus there are floods and so many things, so minerals are lost. So this population has affected, and over utilization. So in this part we read the over exploitation of resources. Here we are reading over utilization of resources. There are some cause and effect relationship between the degradation of natural resource, the degradation of land which occurs because of improper land use. People are using land, but no one knows how to use the land efficiently. Excessive cropping, growing more and grow crops, shifting, and human and animal pressure. Man is growing more and more crop. Animals are also. Therefore, this affects the soil, and there is first effect causes soil erosion. Deserts are formed because all the water which is on the earth or present on the earth is lost from the soil. Reservoirs, croplands, flood, drought, loss of fertility. So everything which you read in environmental studies is affected by the humans. We will not say that animals have caused degradation of environment. It is because of the humans. Drought, loss of fertility, soil moisture, and migration. Similarly, degradation of the water resources through excessive irrigation. When humans use more and more water, the soil quality and the water quality also goes down. So ultimately, the environment is affected. It leads to loss of fertility. Loss of fertility, decline in groundwater level, loss loss of fertility and decline in the water level means the when the more and more water will be used, then the water level will go down. There is a decline in the groundwater, and the greenery of the earth is affected due to unplanned deforestation. So ultimately, the man-made activities are causing the effect on the environment. So what are the different activities of humans which affect the environment? First is industries. When industries, and why will man have industries? Because we need more industries for requirement by people. Industries are set up in the urban and semi-urban areas, not in the villages. What is the reason Why are industries mostly set up in cities and not in proper villages? Because first reason, common reason is in the cities the resources are can be sent easily. There are more energy resources easily. That is the reason. In villages, mostly the supply and the transport problems are there. Due to unplanned growth of population, the need of the humans have increased. And in order to fulfill, a rapid production of material is required. So more and more things are grown or they are produced, and for which industries are required. So as a result, industries have become indispensable. We cannot live without industries. This industrialization is the result of technological advancements and better economic returns of the people from their job. So why are more and more industries set up? Because people are getting more money from the industries. People have more jobs. So the government also says have your own industry, but ultimately a large amount of energy is used up. When a large amount of energy is used up, it increases the stress on the nature. When more and more water will be used, more minerals will be used, more pollution will be there, more oxygen will be used, so everything will affect the nature. Our government has been making effort to control industrial pollution, and Delhi is one of the seriously affected cities. So every year we hear that Delhi has got highest pollution rate, and mostly in the cities. The Supreme Court of India instructed the government of Delhi to close down 40,000. This took many years ago, not recently, but many years ago. So the Supreme Court has made the law of protecting of the environment, and for which the industries are forced to make laws, to make provisions for reducing the pollution. But the use of synthetic material are increasing. It is increasing everywhere. A big havoc is created by the products made by industries which are synthetic. The synthetic means synthetic fertilizers used by the farmers. So farmers use the fertilizers directly in the field, which increases the level of nitrates in the groundwater and surface water. These nitrates released by the synthetic material cause disease in infants. Now, this is the word which is in common language blue babies. And the picture of blue baby is not given here. What is blue babies? This has picture was there, but it has been removed now. Okay, so nitrates are present in the synthetic materials which are present in, like, nitrates are mostly the fertilizers. So when the farmers give nitrates, they are used in the field. If there is a field and the fertilizer has been used, then all the fertilizer which we give in the soil is not used by the plants. Most of the chemicals are left in the soil, and these chemicals are then left in the soil. And if when it rains, then if any plant or any water is there, then this water will dissolve and this water will mix with the area. So if this is a field which is near the sea or the river, and all the land chemicals are left into the soil, so any plant which will grow near this area will have all the chemicals. People who will drink the water, they will drink the nitrates. So when children drink the water, and the newly born children, they are affected, their bodies are not able to absorb oxygen properly, and therefore their body had a symptom where the whole body turned blue, because the blood clotting takes place, which is mentioned here, which is methemoglobinemia. Methemoglobinemia. In simple words, it is called blue babies. Methemoglobinemia is a mixture of globinemia, anemia. So less presence of iron in the body, because the body is not able to utilize the oxygen, and therefore children's body turns blue and most of them die. This is because of the synthetic chemicals, and also eutrophication. Eutrophication is this: you must have seen some of the pond and the rivers turned green because all the fertilizers which are in the nearby field, they enter the field, enter the river. All the chemical fertilizers which are given in the land will not be used up. So most of these chemicals are used by the plant, but extra chemicals are left in the land which washes with the rain, and they enter the water. So these chemicals then pollute the water, which makes the, because they are nutrients, so all the bacteria, all the algae, and which are living in the water, they start growing faster because they get the nutrient. So that is called the eutrophication. So what are the chemical or the synthetic packing materials? They are various synthetic material add to land pollution. So these are the synthetic materials which are the chemicals. Nowadays we are using more of the synthetic materials. This picture shows eutrophication, where you are seeing that it looks at the water. This is the water area which has turned green because of the chemicals which are being left into, and most of the chemicals are the nitrates. These nitrates make the algae which is in the water grow faster, and the whole land becomes green. The non-renewable substances generate solid waste. Various fertilizers, polythene bags, plastics are harmful, which consume the waste of these. They choke the sewage. Now, how are the synthetic plastic or materials harmful? Whenever any plastic is left into the soil, it will pollute the water, because first thing, it will choke the sewage. Lot of plastic which is in the drainage, it will make the it will block the sewer line, it will block the pipes or the drains. Then second, animals can use them. One of our food product, Vanaspati. This is not very common these days, but Vanaspati is still sold, and it is a natural product, but it is a vegetable oil. It is also prepared artificially. What is Vanaspati? It is the natural oil which is taken from vegetation. Then it is treated with hydrogen, and this makes this Vanaspati oil hard. It looks like ghee, but it is not ghee. This is sold in the market, and this is a chemical substance, synthetic material. It contains an acid which affects the health of the consumers. It is sold. Health of the individuals means it affects the health of people, because it contains fatty acids which are saturated, and they cause a blockage of the arteries and may cause that cause results in heart attack. So this is the end of this topic, and hope you have understood. Now quickly let's come to the fill in the blanks. We read the topic and we found this word. GEMS stands for what? So we read it, GEMS. It is given here, GEMS, the Global Environmental Monitoring System. And GAP also is given there. So these names you will write: Global Environment Monitoring System. GAP stands for Ganga Action Plan. Ganga Action Plan is also renamed now. It is called Namami Gange now. Then 2, this is simple. Dash in Agra is damaged due to pollution. 2 words, so Taj Mahal. Increase in poverty is one of the serious effect of increase in poverty. Why are people less affluent, or they are not having money, or why are they poor? Because it is one of the serious effect of population growth. 2 words. So when there is more population, there are more people who will require jobs. More people, so you need more jobs, you need more resources, and everyone does not get it, so people become poor. Rapid industrialization is the result of 2 words. Why are there more industries? Rapid industrialization. So we read the population concerns, population growth, and the rapid industrialization. 2 words. Rapid industrialization is caused due to, here, The rapid industrialization is a result of this two words, technological advancement. So you will write technological advancement. Then the last word, Vanaspati, we read it here. So on the left side of your page, it is given Vanaspati is prepared artificially from dash dash and contains dash. So Vanaspati is prepared from synthetic material. Synthetic material, two words. So synthetic material and contains, what does it contain? It contains acid. And I told you it is the saturated fatty acids. So you can write fatty acids here. So you can just write acid, fatty acids. And true and false, increasing population and urbanization has reduced the degradation of environment. So this sentence means when there is more population and more urbanization, more people live in the cities, it reduces the degradation. It minimizes pollution. This is false. So this first sentence will be false. Then NERI stands for National Environment Efficiency and Research Institute. So where I told you to underline it. This is given on page 58 and it is mentioned here, NERI, National Environment Engineering Research Institute. Environment Engineering Research Institute, and here it is written environment efficiency. So this is false. First one, increasing population has reduced, so this also, and this is false. The gap between the rich and poor is reducing due to increase in population. So we read this, that what is the gap between the rich and poor? It is increasing, and here it is written reducing, so this is false. So the first, second and third are false, and reason you should know. Then the next is Delhi is one of the severely affected cities from industrial pollution. True. This is common. Increased concentration of nitrate causes blue babies in humans. So we read this, which is called this one. Yes, it causes blue babies, which is called, yes, methemoglobinemia. Then next one, increase causes blue babies, so it is true. Now in this the question answers are given, but they are given in a short form. So you will have words which are short. Explanation is general. So one word explanation, some of the words which I have told you are important, those you should know. Then the next, you have to make correct words from the words given below. Jumbled words are given. What is this word? NVI, it is environment. So jumble the words and give the correct answer. That is the environment. Then next one, population, population, population. Environment spelling you have to write correct because they are jumbled words, ENVIRONMENT. Then this one, TECS, it will be synthetic. So this one is synthetic. Then next one is, this is a long word, it is industrialization. INDUSTRA, industrialization, INDUSTRIA, industrialization, Z is there, ZATION. So write the correct spelling. Then this is TRO, forest. So this is FOREST, forest. And this is the last word. It is having V, Vanaspati. So this will be Vanaspati. Yes, right. So it is Vanaspati, and this is the explanation. When you read, then this portion, which is the chapter in brief, this is to be revised. Some of the short forms are important, those also are given here. They are given in the chapter also, so those you have to also revise. So we will continue with the next chapter in the next class. The whole chapter is described, explained in the two parts, so you can revise the chapter already, which will help you in revising fast. See you in the next class. If you have any suggestion or comment, type below this video. See you.